Hello, trading is closed on the 18th of January 2022. We always begin with our disclaimer reminding people that this is just my plan for tomorrow, that I can be wrong. Any trade you make should be at your own risk. We go over our calls, look for the pattern today with the early low, which is this. Tomorrow has the early high. We had a target of 46.1474 that printed. We also said that we had mixed signals, and the commonest thing would be a gap and a prompt move outside the day's range. So we got that. And we said that what the bears really needed, despite the futures being up 12 handles, would be a move down right from the open, which should undercut this low and confirm that this was a valid break on Friday. This is just a reminder of what we said. Bears are just about everything they need. Looking for 45.22 cash. We said what's missing might yet occur as a move straight down from the open, preferably with a gap undercutting Friday's low. So we got that. We got the gap and prompt move. And this is the early low. Tomorrow has the early high. Let's see what MEJT had to say during the day. Gave an ultimate sell signal early in the morning. That's played out. Said this drop would retrace. Said this rally would retrace, and that's already played out. Now, I've had very, very little time to look at the market. I've been busy all day, and anybody who wants to risk any money on the call should bear in mind that I normally spend a lot more time analyzing things than I did today. That's somewhat of a volume spike. It can be associated with market lows, but it's not a pinpoint timing indicator. Typically it comes within a few days. You saw how close it came over here. So it means our antennae are up. We have some secondary indicators I look at there on the far side of their Bollinger Bands. When they reverse, which hasn't happened yet, it can lead to reversal in the market, but I don't see a lot here saying this is over. If it happens, I can explain it after the fact. We do have a gap down, lower low, close over the midday low. If that holds on, if that holds early, we should see higher prices, even if the higher prices don't stick. And even though I have some counts which can have the drop concluding here, I think we're going to see more on the downside, even if we do see higher prices tomorrow at some time. Not carved in stone. Just to remind you, I just haven't had as much time to analyze as I normally do. Wednesday's pattern has a really high. We could still gap down. Typically it's a bearish day with a final hour low, but many recent iterations of the cycle have been bullish instead, so you have to be prepared for that tomorrow. We gap down, hit a lower low, closed over the midday low. Unless we gap and promptly undercut the low a day, should see lower prices print tomorrow, higher prices print tomorrow, even if we close lower. We do have a volume spike in the E-mini contract and Bollinger Band violations on some secondary indicators. Reversal would give a buy signal, but I like a more climactic sell-off before the drop concludes. I do have lower targets down to 45.22 cash. They don't have to print tomorrow, but I'm not giving up on them printing sometime soon. Just asking everybody a favor. I don't think there were many other people who called for a big drop like this with a prompt undercutting of this low and gave the advice free. If you do find the advice helpful, I would appreciate it if you tell your friends about the channel, and would appreciate it if you would subscribe. Okay, so tomorrow's pattern does have the early high. Typically it's a negative day, but lately it's been positive. on a significant number of occasions, so you can't go solely by that. This low holds early, and we don't know that it will. Should see higher prices print. It isn't a guarantee. We close higher. And even though I can explain a low here, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think this drop is over. And that's kind of a guess, but I'm entitled to guess every now and then. That's today's call.